Hey everybody, it's Stacy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are filming for the week of February 3rd to the 9th in my Erin Condren Vertical Life Planner. I am using the kit called Frosty Mornings. This actually was our November mystery kit from last year, and I love it so much that I knew I had to use it. It has this beautiful purple color amongst this blue, and I just love that. I think it kind of breaks up the blue but still adds the wintry feel to it. So I'm starting with my bottom washi. I am using some Simply Gilded washi. This one is blue and white ombre with silver foil. And then I am doing the washi that came in the kit along with the Snowflake 15mm bottom washi that is from my shop. I have had a problem with trying to figure out where to put the bottom washi in this kit, or sorry, in this planner. I originally was putting it up to the top line where I had the washi originally, and then I found that it was just too high. Like it left a huge space at the bottom, and then some of my spreads I put it a line down, so I was just trying to figure out which one I liked better, and I think I like the line down a little bit more. I don't really like the big white gap at the bottom, and I like having more room for my day-to-day planning. So my glitter header color of choice this week is the purple that came in the kit. Since I had a lot of blue at the bottom, I really wanted to bring some more purple in. So right now I am working on my washi banner. I had so much washi that went with this kit. Like, it was pretty crazy. So I'm using all Simply Gilded washi and then one strip of washi that came in the kit. So we have some blue, white ombre, some purples. I finally get to use that snowflake because it actually matches that color. And then that sweater snowflake gray pattern, some grays, some blues. Yeah, it's just, I think this washi banner was spot on awesome because it had so much stuff that I could pull in, and the colors actually worked. Usually some of the colors in kits are really hard to match with washi tape, so this is really exciting. The header overlay that I am using for this one is my star header overlay in silver. This is my absolute favorite one, so I pretty much use it all the time. But I like having just the headers on the top. It just kind of adds that little bit of foil, but it doesn't like make it look super overwhelming like I found in my last planner, so I really like how that looks. Now I'm just going to add my date covers with our date squares in silver. And yeah, this kit this week was pretty kind of boring, but kind of busy. I don't know. I had lots of appointments, I felt like, but it wasn't anything too crazy this week. Just a pretty normal week for us, which usually is just like school, appointments, work, that kind of thing. So you'll see that's pretty much what I do. For my sidebar full box, I am using the middle one with the word snow in there, and then I'm putting my flag at the top along with my February script. Those scripts are now in the shop, and I love them. I think they are such a nice addition if you would like to have the month in your spread. So I'm just laying my full boxes down now. I was trying to scatter them as much as possible. There was a couple that had the dark wood, and then I didn't want the two animals to be together, so I ended up changing the clothing flat lay to put the animal there because I didn't want them to be side by side. So I'm just putting them where they're not super close to the one that's similar. And then for my overlays, I'm actually using quite a few different ones because I had a lot in my stash at the moment. So I was using some snowflakes that came in the mystery kit. Those silver snowflakes came in. There was a bunch of different sizes. I'm using some snowflake full boxes, some photo corners, and some lined boxes, all in silver foil. Okay, so moving on to the day-to-day. On Monday, it was my cleaning day, which it usually is. So I am putting my cleaning icon that came in the kit for that. I try and get my cleaning done all Monday because my kids are both in school on Monday mornings, and then I can just kind of quickly get it done and not have to worry about anything. I have a huge pet peeve if I am washing the floors that I can't stand if somebody walks on it until it's dry. So I don't know why I've always been like that, but I remember when my kids were little and they were crawling and I would have to block off half the house and I would make them stay in that section and quickly wash it, and then I'd come over to where they are and be with them, and then, yeah, I don't know, I always have been like that. So when my kids are in school, then I can quickly get it all done and not have to worry about that. Then I did work for the day, so I used a silhouette machine. This is printable that I got, but I cannot sell for a commercial license, so it's just for personal use, along with a work script sticker in silver foil. And then while I was working, I was listening to some more of the Office Ladies podcast. I know you guys have heard me talk about it, but if you are a fan of The Office, I love this podcast so much. I found that you can get it on Spotify, but it's also on Earwolf or the podcast app. Then my daughter had Sparks in the evening, which Sparks is just the lower form of Girl Guides. And then while she was at Sparks, I just played some games with my son. He was feeling kind of lonely this day. I think he gets really lonely when she has been, like when he's been in school all day and then he comes home and then she has to leave in the evening. So I was playing some games with him and I used a Coffee Monsterz Co guide to mark that. Then when the kids went to bed, I worked out, so I used Prairie Girl on the treadmill for that. And then afterwards, me and my husband watched the movie Game Night. I really liked it. It's very funny. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. On Tuesday, I worked again, so I used a silhouette machine from Planner Monkey Co. along with a work script sticker in silver. And again, while I was working, I was listening to the Office Ladies podcast. They had started their podcast a while before I had decided to start listening to it. So I had quite a few episodes to catch up on, and they are about an hour a piece. So it was taking me some time, which I actually really enjoyed because I was pretty much all caught up on my YouTube. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but when my YouTube is caught up, I'm like, so what do I do now? Like, there's nothing else in the world to watch. So I don't know. I get on binges. Like I go from Netflix and then I watch like all of a series, and then I go to YouTube and I just watch a ton of YouTube. So I guess my binge right here was podcasts. So I use that to mark it, and then I just layered it with some washi that came in the kit. My daughter had piano this day, so I just used music note to mark that. And then while she is in piano, me and my son usually run some errands because there isn't much time in between. So we went to the bank, so the money icon comes in the kit, and we went to the library and got some new books for the kids, and that book icon is also from the kit. And our tradition is, while my daughter is in piano, me and my son go and get Tim's, and the kids can just chill with some TV in the afternoon and eat some donuts. So we went to Tim's, and to mark it, I used that Tim Hortons cup from Busy Lizzie Plans. In the evening, I went to yoga, and the yoga mat is from Busy Lizzie Plans as well. And I came home and meal planned. So the meal icon is from the kit. And I went to Walmart. I think I probably went to Walmart with my mom, probably. We like to go there in the evening. So the shopping bag icon is from my shop as well. It might even be from the kit, probably. Okay, so moving on to Wednesday, there was quite a few appointments this morning. I got my eyebrows done, and then I went for a massage. It was pretty nice. My kids are both in school again on Wednesday morning, so I try and do my appointments on Wednesday mornings because then I don't have to worry about getting a babysitter for my son. So I just find that the easiest. So I got my brows done at 9 o'clock, and then I went for a massage at 9:30, and then I came home and did more work like I usually do. So I used a printer and a work script sticker to mark that. Then I went grocery shopping in the evening. Now that my husband is home at 4 o'clock instead of 5:30, it gives me a lot more time in the evenings to get more done. So I have been going grocery shopping after he's done work as opposed to trying to fit it into my Wednesday mornings. So I just used a Prairie Planner girl for that. And then my husband went to buy some new shoes. He was going to be starting dodgeball in the following week, and he didn't have any indoor shoes that he could use that wouldn't scuff up the gym floors. So to mark that, I just used a running shoe from our walk sheet. And then while he was doing that, I decided to print new planner inserts. I was quite behind on planning. I don't think I had planned anything in my personal planner for the entire year at this point in time. So I was printing out and changing all my planners over. So to mark that, I used a Coffee Monsterz Co guy with little scissors and paper to mark that. And then when the kids went to bed, I just worked on some designing and watched YouTube. So to mark designing, I used the computer that came in the kit. And then I used a YouTube sticker to mark watching YouTube. Moving on to the second half of the week. Again, I was working on Thursday, so I used a silhouette machine and a work script sticker to mark that. And once again, while I was working, I was listening to the Office Ladies podcast. So I just used another listen to podcast sticker. That one comes from our shop as well. Then I only worked in the morning this day because on Thursday afternoons I like to go to my sister-in-law's house and play Nancy Drew. It is a computer game and we are loving playing it. So to mark playing Nancy Drew with my sister-in-law, I just used a computer icon to mark it. And then our garage door actually broke this day. This has happened now the second time. We have such problems with my garage door. It goes up and down and like there's nothing in the way, and we've tried to get someone to fix it, and after a while the gear ends up just stripping, and we've only had our house for 5 years. So 5 years, and we've had to replace that gear 2 times already. And so we said, forget it, it's not worth it because we have to order the gear from the States. It takes so long to get in, and I was just so tired of having to park outside when you have a really nice garage that you could park in. It doesn't make any sense to me. So to mark it, I used a Coffee Monsterz Co emoji, and we ended up buying a new garage door opener, which, by the way, they are very expensive. Like, they are not a cheap thing, and it's something that if you have a garage door, you want. So very, very expensive for what it is. And then in the evening, I just went for coffee with my friend Janelle. So I used Prairie Curl to mark that. On Friday, I marked work again, and I used a printer and a work script sticker for that. And then my daughter had a doctor's appointment in the morning, and then I just used the doctor icon that came in the kit. She has like eczema on her hands, and it was really, really, really bad, and we couldn't control it with lotion or anything like that. So went to bring her to get a prescription to get that all cleared out. Her eczema on her hands lasted, like, cleared up when the lotion was done, and now it's back again already. So I'm probably gonna have to bring her to the doctor's to figure out something else. But I don't really want to take her into the walk-in for something like that during the coronavirus because I just kind of want to keep it safe. Then after I took her to the doctor's office, I had to call the pharmacy, so I just used a phone icon that came in the kit. Then we got McDonald's for dinner this day. It was a lot of running around this day, so I didn't really have anything to cook. And I like to eat out on Fridays. It makes me feel like the weekend and makes it more special. So I just used an icon from our fast food sheet. And then I just decided to chill in the evening, had a bath. So I used the bath icon from the kit along with a bath time script sticker in silver foil. And I just watched a ton of YouTube. I just laid on the couch, laid in the bath, and just watched a ton of YouTube. as you can see, because I've been listening to so many podcasts while I was working, that I had a lot of YouTube to catch up on, so that's what I was working on. On Saturday, I went for breakfast with my parents, and I just used a breakfast icon from a breakfast sheet. And then my daughter went to a birthday party, so I just used the balloons that came in the kit to mark that. And while she was at the birthday party, I just went and did a bunch of errands with TJ. Me and him just went and to a bunch of different stores because honestly, I don't even remember what we all went to. But just a bunch of different things I had to get picked up. And it's really hard to get a whole bunch of stores off your list when you have 2 kids with you and you have to do seatbelts and all that stuff. So it's a lot of work. So me and him did errands, and to mark that, I just used a shopping bag icon from my shop. And then my mom needed help with setting up her new work computer, and I was there all day. Their internet is incredibly slow, and it just took a lot longer than we were expecting, but that's okay because I got to visit with my parents, which is always a good thing. So I used a Prairie Girl on her laptop to mark that. And then while I was doing that, my husband installed our new garage door, so I just used a bow to mark that. And then afterwards, my mom had a couple more things for me to do on her computer, so I just quickly did those, and I came back over and visited with them, and then my aunt and uncle showed up too. So to mark visiting with my parents, I just used the coffee cup that came in the kit. I should mention that this kit wasn't originally formatted for the new format with the icons, and the icons that I'm actually using, that I keep saying are from the kit, actually came in a freebie I think was from Black Friday or Boxing Day, maybe Boxing Day, one of the two. And yeah, so I'm just using, they all coordinated with this kit, so that's the ones that I am using. On Sunday, we had a super lazy day. We didn't really do a whole lot of anything. I worked on some customs, so I just used another computer icon for that. And then I set up my budget planner most of the day, so I just used that flat lay from Monsterz Co for that. And then my husband went somewhere this evening. Oh no, he came with us. We went to my sister-in-law and her husband's house to play games, and we ordered in McDonald's, so I used another icon from our fast food sheet to mark that. And then to mark playing games, I used a video game controller to mark that because we were playing Mario, like the racing one, and then we were playing some games on the Apple TV. And then we came home and I just watched YouTube and chilled on the couch, so I just used another YouTube icon. So that is my week. I am going to be doing my sidebar now, which is I'm using the Snowflake Simply Gilded washi tape, and then my gratitude, my anxiety, and my currently reading trackers, along with another piece of Simply Gilded washi in the blue and white polka dot. I'm not going to put the picture in the planner this week just because I'm actually going to be putting a picture of my niece, and because I just don't have permission from my sister-in-law, I just haven't asked her. I'm going to leave it out because since she's not my kid, I don't feel like it's responsible enough to put her in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!